distance past. Yeah, let's concentrate on the present far better. Of course, Liliana Natsir, twice a world champion in mixed doubles, playing with Nova Widianto. In fact, played with him for 7 years. Again, #1 in the world. 17 titles, 5 of them Super Series. Well, for the Danes, well, for this man, the left-hander, the 34-year-old born in Copenhagen. Well, this is extraordinary. The world ranking down 1 place to #6 this week. Yesterday, they were #5. Down to #6. And that's straight off the back of winning the Super Series finals. Very odd, as far as I'm concerned. But there you can see their matches. My goodness, they had a tough first round against Huapach and Amathrapai of Thailand. Very sluggish in that opening game, which they lost 8-21. But looked much, much sharper yesterday when they played against Shinbek Chol and Hae-won of Korea. Christina Pedersen, 26 years of age, born in Aalborg in Denmark. Tall lady, 179, that's 5'10". And we were talking about the fact that she's back to full fitness after the Olympic Games because she underwent a stomach operation post the London Games. But obviously with winning the Super Series finals in Shenzhen last month, and this Danish pair back to very good form indeed. So to tYQ8iOowiz, the 25-year-old from Banyumas in southwest central Java. #2 in the world ranking, as you can see, and of course therefore #2 seeds. Well, their win-loss record for last year translates into 7 finals, of which they won 5 of them. In fact, reached 4 finals in 4 consecutive tournaments played. The all-in was Swiss, India and Indonesia. That really was a fantastic run. Liliana Natsir from Manado, right in the north of North Sulawesi. 27 years of age. Goodness me, she's still such a youngster. She's achieved so much in the sport. Well, there you can see their first 2 matches. No problems at all. First again against the English pair, and then against the Japanese pair. And let me tell you that both of their matches won in under 30 minutes of play. So that would tell me that, of course, the Indonesians are in pretty good form. Well, of course, that Olympic bronze medal playoff match. Not that I played Olympic bronze medal playoff matches, but I have played bronze medal playoff matches in other major games, multi-sport games, and I can tell you from personal experience, they're the most difficult, dreadful matches I've ever had to play in my life. Yeah. You're so close to have been in a major games final. You're absolutely devastated you've lost in the semi-final. The very next day you have to come out and try and salvage something and try and win a bronze medal. Really is desperate. And I did feel for the Indonesians, who emotionally were so flat in London for that match.
Indonesia.
Well, I'm pretty sure the Danes didn't
and
complain.
Joachim Fischer Nielsen and Christina Pedersen, Denmark. Liliana Natsir to serve to Joachim Fischer Nielsen. Global play.
Sun Hee-ju from Korea. The umpire calls for the match to begin.
Service over. 1 love.
So third meeting with honours shared in the previous 2.
Good start by Fischer. If he gets his attacking game up and running, then he's a very difficult player to play against. Especially with that left hand we saw yesterday, there's a tendency to play it a little to his left hand side and for right-handed people. So it's going to be one of the things that Indonesians have to be careful of.
Service over.
Well, as far as the Indonesians are concerned, I really do think that tYQ8iOowiz has improved tactically out of all recognition since I first saw him play, which was back in 2010. Played 3 tournaments with Liliana Natsir, and in fact reached 3 finals, winning 2 of them, but they were lower grade tournaments, it has to be said. And I thought he was a little tactically naive. But he...
A little bit too wild, as you can say. And I forgot he had one of the best mixed double players he played with.
Yeah.
And played up to her and used her advantage, you know, what her strengths was. But I think you're right. He has improved. I don't think that when we think back to the Olympics and that, you know, first of all, of course, they were devastated, and it's difficult to play a bronze medal match. It might, again, for the viewers, it might sound crazy, but it is. I also think that he has shown that in the big tournaments, he has a little bit of problem controlling his nervousness sometimes. So.
And I think one of the ways he tries to control his nerves is to play a ridiculously difficult shot. He tries
play what he feels mostly comfortable with, and that is hitting on everything and playing wild, and it doesn't really help him.
No. And I wonder also the psychology of the fact that, you know, he's had this wonderful opportunity, an opportunity he unquestionably deserves, to play with one of the world's best mixed doubles players. But prior to playing with Liliana Natsir, you know, and I don't mean this to sound rude, but who was he? He wasn't star. He came out of nowhere as far as Super Series, the elite level tournaments are
but
concerned.
Natsir must have seen something in him. So.
Oh, definitely. But my point I'm trying to get across was the fact that, you know, everything he's achieving now in Super Series is like a super bonus. He hasn't won. He hadn't even played in Super Series before. No. Now he's winning titles in Super Series. He's the All England champion, you know, and he played in the Olympic Games. And I thought that psychologically he was on such a downer for that bronze medal playoff match. For Liliana Natsir, you know, she hadn't gone to win a bronze medal. She's already got a silver medal in the Olympic Games in mixed doubles. You know, she was there to win, and it was almost as if, you know, he needs to step up to the plate, that, you know, just getting a medal isn't good enough. He needs to be the same mental attitude as Liliana Natsir. We're playing for gold. Yeah.
And they played for gold the day before that.
Yes.
Medal, and they had a big chance to win that
exactly.
one. And that is a difficult task. But that's sport.
Absolutely right.
You gotta be able to do those things. And on the opposite side, you had the Danes, who were, what can you say? They were also really close to go to the final. But at the end of the day, you know, for them to come home with a bronze medal was a big thing. So
yeah, but their mental attitude was what won them the bronze medal. And in comparison to the Indonesians, and that emphasises my whole point, that, you know, the maturity of the two Danes in comparison to a slight frailty in the mental approach in the Indonesians made the difference.
Yeah, it did.
Because, you know, you look at him in these early stages. This is a very talented badminton player.
Oh, he's got everything. You know, he's a fantastic badminton player. But there is just that thing called mental approach to games, but he's not the only one. You know, we've seen many good badminton players who has had chances and to win medals, and they never really, you know, it kind of the mental, the mental part of it let them down a little bit. And nothing new in that.
Yeah.
7-all.
But it's also all these things comes from expectations.
very good. Good
8,
interception.
7.
Started with a good low serve. And on a run of 4 straight points into the lead. Oh, now there's a familiar face, Nova Widianto, former partner of Liliana Natsir. Oh, great defence.
Oh, well played.
Service over.
And it's a block by Christina.
Oh.
Does it all. See here, again that left hand, he's so strong in that left hand. But the block before there, if you saw it before, Christina, it builds up to Joachim's smash. And that's their favorite weapon. It's Christina controlling the net, and then Fischer can hit hard from the back. And he's been looking, he looked better and better yesterday. He's had a good start here for this.
Yeah, good judgment, lets it drop long.
9.
And he uses the, as we saw yesterday, he uses the flick serve a lot.
Yeah, and I feel part of it is because he's perhaps just lost a little bit of confidence on his low serve. But it's very effective, especially with these slower shuttles, as we discussed yesterday. There's another flick.
Yeah, 2 easy points on it.
8.
Yeah.
So this is becoming, you know, I think it's something a Danes train a lot. The Danish pairs in mixed doubles and mixed doubles is this, having these what can you say, rules how you play the service situation. You know, if I serve that, you be over there, and I'll be over there. You know, they know what they are doing.
Set plays, yeah.
Set plays, constantly set plays. It's,
well, that last serve from Joachim Fischer, a clear indication why he's been flick serving so much, because in all honesty that wasn't terribly good. Good rally. Oh my goodness. Oh, fabulous rally.
11-9.
Oh, wow. All 4 players having to play from the back of the court, having to defend, having to come forward to the net. It's not the most graceful of players,
No.
is he? But he is so good to watch. Such passion, such commitment,
20
such
seconds.
intensity in
Hot one,
every rally
20
he
seconds.
plays. The 2-point advantage at the mid-game interval. Like 2 points at this level of badminton can easily be closed. And if we have more rallies like that last one, we're in for a real treat.
Joachim Sutter, he's pushing himself so much on court. It's fantastic. Still
11-9.
occasionally play with him in doubles sometimes in practice. He's just such a good partner to have. He never gives up, and he's also always very positive and very supporting of his partners. So
he's all round a good egg, we call it in English. We have this expression. He's such a nice man and such a positive influence on everybody he comes into contact with in the team environment, for his partners on court.
He's well raised.
Service over. 10, 12.
We need a run of good serves from tYQ8iOowiz.
11, 12.
Oh, doing precisely as I suggested he needed to. Good serving, pouncing on the third shot.
A lot of set play rallies right now.
Oh, that's clever. Very, very clever.
Service over. 13, 12.
Now tell me, what should have happened there? Should Liliana Natsir, having played the defensive shot, should have gone forward?
She should have got forward.
Yeah.
You can see Ahmad, he doesn't know where to move because she's not moving.
Yeah.
So she should have come forward and closed the net, and then Ahmad could have taken that one. So
Yeah.
but it's easier said than done when you have a guy coming forward with his forehand. Remember, he's a lefty, so that's probably why she hesitated a little bit.
Well, that was very, very well taken off the top of the tape from Christina Pedersen.
Yeah. And that's mass, of course. You don't want, you know.
Look at that. Oh, yeah, that's clever.
Service over.
And that is where Liliana Natsir is just so good, isn't it?
Yeah.
She just guides the shuttle, nothing too fancy, just guiding it down into the open space. Both the Danish players thinking the other was going to go for it, both calling that they should go for it. Wonderful awareness, delightful racket skills.
I would like to see her more involved, you know.
Yeah.
I've always commentated on that a few times before, where I would like Ahmad to get her more involved. She is that good. She can do these things. Then he will have a lift and he can do what he's best at. I think they play a little bit too much double, if you know what I mean.
Yes.
You know, side by side, and that's a much better position to be in. And she is that good. She knows when to pop up and close the net. And when to so he should be playing much more disciplined and more simple.
You know, when they first started playing together, I really thought that as a pair they had even more potential than Liliana playing with Nova Woodianto, because I think she had to come out and help defensively and sometimes play from the back of the court, because tYQ8iOowiz is so fast and strong from the back of the court. I think she has more freedom to try and play more from the front of the court. But at times I think she's reluctant to do so because he tends to be a little wild with where he's hitting to.
He's playing kind of what I would call the Wild Western style. You know, hitting cross, you know, more disciplined and more,
more thoughtful about where he's hitting the shuttle rather than just pace of shot.
So if crazy, sorry, but a wild shot. A wild shot. Instead of just using a soft shot, getting into it, what can happen from there? Well, they can try and play the net again, and he's got one of the absolutely by far best girls in the world in the net. Or they can lift it, and he's in a good position.
Yeah.
That's better. That's better.
It's over. 15.
That all came from one block.
17.
Still got a way up to Ko's smash, or Go smash.
Yeah. Go tYQ earlier today hit one at 270. That's 168 miles per hour.
Oh. 16. 17.
Anguish on the face. I think that's another reason why he's so popular around the world. You can always empathise with him. You know how he's feeling. You know when he's happy. You know when he's cross with himself. And we can all relate to that. Oh, that's good defence.
So he always takes it out on himself. You know, he never takes it out on his partner and his opponent. So, whoa, that's the forehand.
Oh, brilliant.
Jumps over. 18. 16.
He hit that cross very, very hard. He's actually been struggling here a little bit in Korea because he's been having a lot of jet lag. So it's actually
Yorkum.
Yeah. I had the same this morning. So we were down eating breakfast at around 6 o'clock or something like that. So.
Ready?
Hey, it must be a bit peckish by now then, aren't you?
Gotta order some coffee.
Did you hear that? Lars Uar?
I think he said they have to play the front court more.
That's right.
To open up. So.
Stop it at the net.
Yeah.
There we go. Goodness gracious. Well,
But also to be fair to Ahmad there,
16.
Natsir is not playing her role right now either. She's just standing there and lifting it away. She had 2 chances there to play to the net and come forward, and she didn't do that. So as a pair right now, there is things that can improve. If she was more searching to come forward, I think it will help Ahmad way more.
Jumps over. 17.
now you see
19.
that to me much better
Much better.
from Ahmad.
There's more thought behind it, eh?
Exactly.
Yeah.
First
Plays
of all, the cross-court drop, and then noticing that Yorkum Fisher was defending on his backhand side, aiming down his left-hand side to make him play the forehand. He didn't play the forehand, but you can't then put any pace on your defensive shot. That's why he made the error. It's the thought process. It's not just the power, it's the placement.
Much better.
Clever. Lovely play that time from
18,
tYQ8iOowiz.
19.
And they closed the gap to one solitary point. That was the one that did the damage. Attacking playing from the
Game
Danes,
point, 18.
straight down in between their opponents and forcing the error. So 2 game point opportunities.
Want a bit on a flick serve? I'm pretty sure Joachim's going to use that now.
Service over.
Unfortunately,
19,
for
20.
Fischer Nielsen, I think tYQ8iOowiz was betting on that too. One game point has been saved. Another one remains though for the Danes. Fell back the Indonesian side. My goodness me.
Gave it all on that one.
Yeah. 21-19. The opening game in favour of the Danes, Joachim Fischer Nielsen and Christina Pedersen. 22 minutes of excellent mixed doubles.
Seconds.
So the umpire has already called 20 seconds, which is a clear indication that the players should return to court. Rackets.
Henderson.
Kit boxes there. Well, that opening game, 21-19, not only been a very high quality opening game, was longer than the Indonesians' entire previous match when they beat Kenichi Hawakawa and Misaki Matsutomo yesterday.
Second
the
game.
entire match only took 21 minutes.
Love ball. Play.
Now here we go, game number 2. Goodness.
I think Joachim was looking for a shuttle, wasn't there?
Service over.
Looked as if
One.
he'd already given up on the
Love.
rally.
Look there, he's not. Look, he's still looking for the shuttle.
What was that he was saying about jet lag?
Yeah. Maybe he should order coffee.
Clever. Opportunity was there.
To love.
I wonder actually, Jim, you know, I made that comment just now about the fact that tYQ8iOowiz and Liliana Natsir, their previous match yesterday, only 21 minutes in total, and yet that opening game 22 minutes. You know, I wonder whether, in fact, it doesn't really do the players any favours to have such an easy encounter before you play against one of the world's best pairs. And of course the Indonesians are one of the world's best pairs themselves, but of course the Danes had the scare in the opening round against the Thailand pair, going to 3 games. They had a tough, intense match yesterday, and I just wonder if in fact they're more in the zone, having had tougher matches, than the Indonesian pair, who've had 2 very easy matches.
Yeah, you often see that you need to get into, you know, get a game where you get up in tempo, I should say.
Yeah.
And you get in, especially in the doubles, both men's doubles, ladies doubles, and mixed doubles. You get into this service situation, which is so vital, where all that, you know, the pressure, and you have to really focus and concentrate, and kind of your senses are ready. So you often see that when you haven't had it's been too easy. You're not really in the gear straight away.
Yeah.
So I think it helps to not to be in 3 set and be close to losing, but it helps to have some kind of a, you know, intense game.
2. 4-2.
The Indonesian pair is winning the service situation right now in the set place. Good start from that series.
Clear leg. 아저씨, ready. Six.
No, do you just sense a change in momentum here?
Definitely. Definitely.
Service over. 3, 6.
타카츠마 선수와 일본의 마스토모 미사키, 타카하시 아야카 선수의 여자 복식 경기가 있겠습니다. 주심은 한국의 김묘정 씨, 부심은 한국의 김형진 씨, 선심은 C조입니다. Court 3, women doubles match number 27, between Majin, Hangzhou, China,
6.
versus Matsumoto Misaki, Takahashi Ayaki, Japan. Umpire, Kim Yoo-jung, Korea. Service judge, Kim Hyung-jin, Korea. And the team of line judges are C. Court 3.
Clever. Once again, it's the right idea, but you have to
5,
wonder, having
6.
played the defensive shot, Liliana Natsir was not really going forward to the net.
Maybe shouldn't have used the lift. Just,
Yeah.
you know, try and play the net. She's, you know, definitely she definitely can't fool me saying she doesn't have the skills for it, because she's one of the most skillful players I've ever seen. So,
but she's also probably one of the most skilled defensive female players I've ever seen.
But against
7,
Fischer, you know,
5.
he's too good. You know, we've seen it here. He will just, you know, he doesn't he doesn't care how many times he has to hit. He will until he get it down on the floor, and therefore, you know, she take a little bit more action and charge of things. Also to help like Mike.
Serves
It's
over.
all about hitting the shuttle down, isn't it?
7.
You know, in this second game, to start with, it was the Indonesians who were attacking, not all pace shots, but hitting in a downward direction. Now it's the Danes on a run of hitting down, and they're catching back up.
Yeah.
Oh. Serves over. 8.
Joachim was mishitting
6.
his lift there. He wanted to put too much power on it, and there you see he doesn't really hit it. Probably more looks like a tennis shot actually. Nadal.
Yeah, sad news that he's not going to play in the Australian Open next week.
Isn't he?
Yeah, that's lovely. Standing
9.
her ground at the net.
6.
Liliana, that's it. At her best.
Serves over. 7. 9.
Shouldn't get disheartened by that, Liliana, that's it. Right idea.
Oh, well played.
Oh, it's long.
Serves over. 10. 7.
It's funny there's no real rallies right now. It's all about the set play.
Serves over. 8. 10.
Such a good serve, wasn't it? Real lesson in why you have to, having played one
Ready?
shot, why you've got to get your racket up ready if you're either at the net or the mid-court area.
Something that if you can manage to do that well in doubles, you have a good future in the doubles game. Over the years, you've seen the best doubles players like Tony Gunawan and Johan Park, Rexy Meineke, all
9,
those guys. You know,
10.
impossible to get past them at the net. They could cover the whole net as quick as possible. It's Eng Yang, another guy who's really good at that. Jens Eriksen from Denmark, tall guy, always ready with his racket up. Fantastic play, Christina.
10.
See,
Oh.
now she closes the net there, and that, of course, that's a very tactical good move by the Danes, because now Natsy is not gonna feel that comfortable going to the net. So and you see three easy points in there back.
Yeah.
Serves over. 11. 10.
Deflected by
Interval.
the net cord and going in favour of the Indonesians. So it's the number 2 seeds who have the narrowest of possible advantages. Got to be at least 1 point in it, and that's all there is. 11-10 in the second game here. in this quarter-final.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20
Well,
seconds.
Nova Widianto, former mixed doubles partner with whom Liliana Natsir won 2 world titles from 3 world championship finals. Have you ever had a situation where you've been the coach to a former partner?
To a former partner. No.
11,
I'm just wondering
10.
how the dynamics of that
No,
work.
I've helped,
Play.
not a former partner, but I had helped Peter once, and but not a
Peter
former
Gaynor?
partner. Yeah,
Yeah,
not a former partner.
no, I'm just, I mean, nobody will know Liliana Natsir better than
No.
Nova Widianto, so he'll have.
Oh.
Oh my goodness!
Unbelievable.
What a shot!
12,
The Danes thought they'd
10.
won that one.
Yeah, so did I. Look at this.
Look at that reaction. Wow.
Brilliant.
That
And
is amazing.
sometimes it's shots like that that can change.
Oh, they're
a
very
match.
important. You know, it's
Yeah.
12-10 instead of 11 all.
Yeah.
So.
Oh. Immediately apologises for hitting the
Subs
shot
over.
actually onto
11,
Natsir's leg.
12.
Going back to my points, though, I mean, of course, Nova Widianto will know Liliana Natsir well, but when they played together, they were on equal status.
Yeah.
Now there's a different status and a different sort of relationship in that he is now telling her what to do, whereas in the partnership they would have discussed what to do.
Yeah,
And you know, I'm sure most coaches actually, you know, it's a discussion process, but I mean,
Yeah.
there's a hierarchy involved, and you know,
Subs over.
coaches, there is a
13.
different status.
Yeah.
11.
But I think in this case it's a good thing. You know, I think you know he can still have those discussions with Natsir how to do, and they are on the same page. And I think that then he can help Ahmad to understand what the process is
Yeah.
in that tactic. So I think it's, you know, I'm just sitting here and trying to pick them myself. If I had to. Now he was older than me, so it would be really weird. But if I had to coach Michael Sogard,
Service over.
who I played with, and of course I
12.
would have an understanding of
13.
what he really wants to do, and that will help in my coaching situation. So I think it's a big help. Also, just you know, if you come to singles, that you have, you know, you form a training partner as a coach. You know, you're on this. You have
Yeah.
so many things that you're on the same page, and it can only help.
Subs over.
Why don't we see
14,
more of that from
12.
Liliana Natsir? No doubting her capabilities. Well, there's no doubting that was in. No, she's not happy with
15,
herself for that, and I can
12.
understand why.
She normally would put that one. She's got loads of space. Put that on.
Yeah.
So.
We should mention the fact, though, that Christina Pedersen is playing later on today in the women's doubles quarter-final.
Yeah.
And she and Camilla Ruta-Yul were the last
Subs
match
over.
on last night, and they didn't
13,
finish. They'd just gone
15.
25 minutes past 10 at night. So by the time they got back to the hotel, had something to eat, showered, massaged, and all of that, and here they are back on court again. It's one of the obvious difficulties if you play more than one discipline, of course, and she chooses to play 2 events. But when you do finish that late, I mean, there'll be a slight tiredness anyway. So
Yeah.
mentally tired, not physically tired,
14.
mentally tired.
Mentally tired.
15.
And you tend to beat up on yourself a bit more.
But in her case, I think she's one of the ones that can show us she can really do it. You know, and
Yeah.
often I never see. I don't see. I think I ever see fatigue or mental difficulties in that. So she's used to it.
Ball. Service
But
over.
also saying that
16,
she has a really good partner
14.
in Joachim.
Yeah.
You know, he will keep her on the edge constantly. So.
Service
It's
over.
all very tight at the
15.
moment, isn't it?
And the funny thing here
16.
is, I think that the Indonesians played really well, and they were up with 4 points, and you know, and they're not doing, you know, just here and there. You don't see the mistakes they're doing, and now it's close again, and it's difficult when you feel you play well and you still don't have that, you know, gap of points.
Yeah, the channel attack down the centre of the
16.
court brings his partner into play, and Christina Pedersen. Look at her movement now.
Yeah, it's good.
Very, very good. Getting herself in position. And that's the sort of shot that I think you were alluding to earlier,
Yeah.
that Tantoy Ahmad should be trying to play to get
Makes sense,
Liliana
yeah.
involved at the net. Hit down the centre, narrows the angle of reply. And it's all level in the second game.
You can always see in Christina when she's feeling good, when she's smiling like that. We just saw that, and she has a good feeling.
Well, it was a miss that
17.
came off the frame of the racket.
16.
And at this crucial stage in the second game, the Danish pair go into the lead for the first time in game number 2. Oof! Goodness me. Well, wasn't convinced that a correct call was made.
No complaint from the Indonesians.
No.
So. There you go again. You know, Indonesians
18.
just stop
16.
playing and
Yeah, backing off.
they're
in
backing
court.
off. Not.
And a big gap in between both of them.
Yeah.
You know, down the centre of the court.
They're not interacting either now. Usually they don't speak to each other. They don't, you know, they have no set plays. They, you know, and you just can't win them. You know, they're way more energetic on the Dane side now. You know, it's and that's the mental game that we spoke about. Just look at Fischer. He's fighting.
Service over.
Nicely played from
17.
Liliana Natsir.
18.
I seem to remember him hitting one in the opening game of 255. Oh, delightful block. What a rally.
Fantastic.
Yeah, terrific stuff.
18. All.
Oh.
All level once more.
That was a very hard rally for both pairs, so you can see the fatigue a little bit, yeah, and asking for a break there.
Yeah, what a difference though when Liliana
Ready?
Natsir moved forward to the net. The sheer threat of her being there
And ready?
really is an influence within the rally.
She now had 2 rallies now that the Indonesians won, you know, and now it's to be seen if they can continue that. You know, to play the rallies and come out of the service situation, or we go back to that the Danes will take 2 easy points.
Well, there we had a quick glimpse of our reigning world and Olympic champions in the mixed doubles, Jiang Nan and Zhao Yunlei. They're already safely through to tomorrow's semi-final. Of course, they will play the winners of this encounter. Sitting, watching, enthralled, and presumably taking note of 1 or 2 things.
That was 1 easy point.
Yeah.
Service over. 19.
Both the Danes hesitating.
18.
I don't think either of them were covering it, but
No.
shuttle going long of that back line.
Let's see if they can take 1 more easy.
Well, it's very good
Service
reason we have
over.
you here, Jim.
20. Match point. 18.
Able to predict what's going to happen. 2 match point opportunities now for Joachim Fischer Nielsen and Christina Pedersen. Having been playing catch up for the majority of this second game. Match point.
Oh.
Now that's well saved by the
Service
Indonesians.
over. 19. 20.
Actually, I think Fischer hit that one, it was going to go out.
Sure.
Good cover by Natsir. Oh, they need to be really, really ready in the service situation. The Indonesians now.
Second match point opportunity for the Danes. Another good serve from Ahmed. Yeah, 20 all.
20.
The 2
all.
match points have come and gone. 20 all, and we will require extra points until there's a clear 2-point winning margin. Well, all credit to the Indonesians.
Yeah, well, I like that play. Good play by Ahmad. You know, he tried to find that gap between Fischer and Christina, and see if he can build on that. And he goes for it again, finding that gap.
Service over. 21.
Well,
20.
it was the right shot to play. Wrong execution. And that error means that there's now... didn't seem fully committed to the shot, did he? Well, it's a 3rd match point opportunity now for the Danes.
Natsir has to look out for the flick serve now. Be very focused on that.
This time, it is 3rd time lucky as far as Joachim Fischer Nielsen and Christina Pedersen are concerned. Their 3rd match point, and they convert, and they're through to the semi-final once again. Semi-finalists last year, of course.
Match
And
won
now,
by Joachim
at
Fischer
least
Nielsen
a
and
semi-final
Christina
again
Pedersen.
here.
21,
20,
19,
13,
22,
21,
20.
19, 22, 20. In 50 minutes of play.
Very good match.
Yep, well. There you can see that the Olympic champions, the number 4 seeds, Jiang Nan and Zhao Yunlei, they've booked their place in the semi-final, and now so too have the Danes. They will meet in tomorrow's semi-final, and of course that will be a repeat of the Super Series finals final. So 3 of our 5 quarterfinals completed. And when you take into account the 5 matches we watched yesterday, that's 8 consecutive matches where we haven't gone to 3 games, all been in 2 straight games. Next on court is men's doubles, the European champions against the Asian champions, and then men's singles will close out quarterfinals day with the defending champion Lee Chong-wei up against Hu Yun. So the number 1 seeds Matthias Bo and Carsten Mogensen up against the number 5 seeds Kim Ki-jung and Kim Sang-ran.